This one is like 5 minutes. Hello, everyone. I think we're live now. I can't tell. Hi, everyone. We're just going to allow you guys a little bit of time to get on. Before we get started, we're just going to get set up.
Hey, everybody. Everybody. Move your body.
Oh, man. Come on in. Come on in. Come on, guys. Let's get this party started. Something new we're going to be talking about today. Some current events.
It's still going to be based and focused on marriage, though.
Well, we know it's going to go into being about marriage anyways. We're going to see what y'all think. How y'all feeling? A lot of opinions about this. A lot of interesting stuff going on. So, we shall see. All right. And his computer's still booting up here. All right. So let me just go ahead and introduce our two channels. We want to say welcome to the Refreshing Life with Naima page. Welcome, you guys. I'm glad you made it. I also want to say welcome to our Marriage Matters Today page and all of those members that are on that page that are tuning in right now. Hi, how are you?
Everybody.
We can't see anybody just yet, but give us a moment and hopefully we will be up and running here in just a second. We are Marriage Matters Today. I'm Novica Olinger.
And I'm LJ.
And we are here to encourage, empower, and inspire couples everywhere, globally. And so we are here. Just want to give you guys a little talk session about some current events going on, and hopefully get some good conversation going, and maybe we could, cause you to think a little bit about your reactions to different things that come up in the media. So how's it going over there, sir?
Yeah, I guess it's going.
It's going.
Slowly
it's going. All right. So
how's everybody's day been today? I've had a pretty good day. I had school today and did a little homework and struggled doing a lot of homework.
What's up, Nakia? Stick with us, ma'am. We are here for a half hour if you can, take us that long. It's so funny when you're besties, we just let each other do what we do. And so we know you love us and we support you as well. So thanks for popping in real quick because we're going to talk about Mr. Kraft and see what the good people have to say about Mr. Kraft and the things going on. Man, your computer is slow.
I like Kraft cheese. I don't know about you, but how you guys like Kraft cheese? I do. Sandwiches, grilled cheese, ham and turkey sandwiches. What?
I'm going to take my glasses off because I'm not trying to see you right now.
That's the wrong Kraft?
That's the wrong Kraft.
Oh, my goodness. You should have catch me up on this stuff first.
We look very, very, I wonder if my phone might need to be cleaned off. Bear with me real quick. Okay.
Oh yeah, your phone does need to be cleaned off, for sure. You're supposed to take care of that before we get started, ma'am.
Hey, this is live. Now. I mean, we could just go ahead and edit and y'all can get the beautiful version that, don't have any inner... What? Look at that.
You as a sexy something. I like that.
Oh.
You
better stop it.
I like that.
Come on, y'all. I want y'all to come on in. We have some talking to do. This is the refresh. I'm on Refreshing Life with Naima, so I know that my Refreshing Life viewers like to look at the video. They like to go back and look at the replay. So I'm not worried about y'all. I'm just worried about Marriage Matters Today, which he's supposed to be on right now.
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Because we want to know what y'all think about. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and we already talked.
Started,
yes, I am, because you over here in this thing. Okay, so you guys know that Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, has been charged with, I believe, 2 counts of soliciting prostitution. Yeah, so that is the new thing that that's the current event that's been happening. And let me tell you that when this story first broke, I was at work, and that's fine. I expect different reactions, but a lot of people don't like the Patriots for some debatable reasons, and I'm not a big football fan, but I hear that they have a lot of history of some underhanded things that go on. So when it was said that this had happened, you had people like, yes, haha, yeah, good for them. And I was just kind of, my reaction was different. My reaction was kind of sad. It's really interesting how when someone is down, when someone is get charged or whatever, their sin is exposed, that we celebrate that.
Yeah, it's funny.
And it's like, for some people, yeah, okay, I understand it's more of a, finally you guys get caught, somebody gets caught or whatever. But the thing is that as a Christian, our response, I hope, is not, yes, finally, haha, that's what he deserves, that's what he gets. I hope it's not that kind of reaction. I feel like as a Christian, like my reaction, I felt sorry for him. I felt bad for him because this may be something, when you're dealing with things that come to light. And, I thought, wow, I wonder if he's dealing with a sexual addiction. Or, wow, what about you're celebrating this person getting in trouble, but are you celebrating that person for getting in trouble because now they can expose a bigger ring of things going on like sex trafficking and prostitution? Or are you celebrating because you just want to see them go down because they represent a football team that you feel like is getting away with murder, per se? So it's kind of like I had this reaction like, man, I wonder if he's dealing with a sexual sin or addiction. And my thing would be, I love the fact that the law enforcement agencies had this sting, this operation, and that someone is actively going after sex trafficking and tearing down the institution of that whole culture, and it's a demand driven it's a demand driven type of thing. So if we can take down the people that have the money and the power that's fueling this, we can finally start getting somewhere.
Right. But the main thing is it's still sin. And the thing is, we can't go around judging people like this, especially if you can say that you're a Christian. We got to learn to have some kind of compassion. And yeah, the things that they're doing aren't right, but the things that we do aren't right. We're all sinners. We've all made mistakes, and we're going to continue to make mistakes. Yeah. So we got to figure out a way. Like when I looked at this, I was kind of like the same way you were, like, kind of feeling like, wow, that's really hurtful. That feels sad for him. But what's going to be the outcome? You know what I mean? Because she's talking about addictions. And with addictions, a lot of people that deal with addictions, they don't even like the addiction that they're dealing with. They don't like themselves, you know what I mean? But it's something that addiction draws them to it, and they gotta have it. They gotta do it. And then when they do it, they feel down, they feel bad, they, feel disgusted with themselves. Right. But they continue to do it because it's an addiction. So coming from this, they caught him, and I'm glad that they're going to out after these people to find, these sex traffickers and different things like that, because that's very important, because we don't want our women or men in these situations to where they're being sold for their bodies or whatever that may be. Right. But the thing is that we want to make sure that we're, as Christians, showing a godly response to what's going on. Mm-hmm. And then in hopes that he gets the help that he needs. Yeah. Because a lot of these people who are dealing with these addictions, they want the help, but they don't even know how to go about it, because that addiction has that hold on them so strong that they don't turn to get the help. So where's the people that's going to step in and get them back on the right track and help them to deal with these problems and situations that they're dealing with? Yeah. And so when we go and we're talking about this, and now, there's many relationships, many marriages that deal with this very same thing. Mm-hmm. Even whether it's just pornography addiction, or if it's a sex addiction, where they're going outside of the marriage and they're looking for sex in all these other places. And it's not like they're not getting what they need at home, but they just need more and more and more. Yeah. So how do we, as in a marriage, if it was me, how does my wife come alongside me and help me to get the help that I need and love me through that situation also? Now, that's very hard. That could be very, very hard. But the only way that we can get through that is by her. She would have to be looking at Jesus straight off alone. Yeah,
definitely. It's definitely going to take a relationship, as a Christian and being in a Christian marriage. You definitely have to have a strong faith and relationship in God when you're dealing with these type of issues. Not only that, I come from the practical side of marriage. Like, I am always looking at what we need to do, how we need to get there, what does it take to get there. And I say sometimes LJ is more on the emotional and the support and the spiritual side, and he comes along and he brings that into the table. But for me, I'm looking at, if this is uncovered in our marriage, then I'm setting boundaries. I'm thinking about, we need to go get help. Right. We need to talk to someone. I'm going to be there next to you. And think about that. Do you want, when you, and this is the beauty of being in a marriage, is that when sin comes forth, we have an opportunity as the other spouse to show love and support to our spouse, to our husband or our wife, and show that love. Because being in a marriage, what I always say is that there's two people that have sin in their lives coming together, and now you're dealing with each other's sin when it happens. Not saying that we live a sinful life, but sin does pop up. And when sin pops up, how can we deal with that? How can we love each other through that? And I just felt really bad that, people are, and yes, I get it. He should be punished. If this is, obviously we have to say allegedly here or whatnot, but if this is something that he allegedly did, and they have videotape and it's proven in court, and he gets, sentenced and he has to do his time, then great. That's what's supposed to happen. And hopefully he can also, that'll be an avenue where they're cutting the funds and the money that's fueling this type of culture. But I also think about him getting help. How can he get help? Who does he have that will support him, instead of everyone cheering and judging and just, so happy about this situation? How can we support, and how does he have support? That's what I think about,
Right. And I think this is a lot of things, a lot of our churches don't have avenues to help people in these situations.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is, but I think it's very important. I know the church that we currently attend, Vineyard Columbus, we're at the Vineyard Columbus East Campus. We have avenues for this. And this is the first place that I've been to where I actually seen that they have avenues to deal with, you know, pornography, people who have dealt with pornography or sex addictions, and they really dive into that root cause of what's going on, you know what I mean, and what that sin is. And they call it just what it is, it's sin. Yeah. But they also come beside these people in love, and they help them to get back to where God wants them to be. And that's what we're supposed to do. Right. Jesus did that for us. Even before he went to the cross, he knows the sins that we were going to do. He knew we were going to deny him and all of these different things. But he loved us enough to sacrifice to himself so that we could be have a choice to be saved or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he didn't think about those sins, and he didn't hold those sins over our heads. So we got to learn how to show that same love that Jesus showed as we walk beside our spouses and our friends and our family. You know, it's not just within the marriage, but it's life in general. How do we love these people? How do we draw them to Christ so that they can receive the gift of the Holy Spirit to help them walk through these same issues and things that they're dealing with also? Yeah. You know?
I just wanted to pull up the ministry that we have. If you go to vineyardcolumbus.org and you click on ministries, there is we have hundreds of ministries in our church. The one ministry that I offer to anyone that is in a marriage that is dealing with sexual addiction or pornography is the Support for Life ministry. The Support for Life ministry provides resources to help people in our congregation and community to gain mental, emotional, and spiritual health and healing. Trained volunteers lead groups and meet one-on-one with individuals in difficult seasons through life support mentors, support groups, recovery groups, and classes and events. So, you know, if you are in a marriage and you are dealing with sexual sin, this is a support group or an avenue that you can go to that will be able to help you. And the beauty about the Vineyard is that you can access these ministries without being a member.
Right. You don't have to be a member. There's also another class that we highly recommend, or ministry we highly recommend, and that is Marriage and Family. Yeah. Marriage and Family. They help couples who have dealt with infidelity and these type of things also, and they help you to focus back on God or Christ, and also that in turn that helps you focus on your marriage. And we took that class, we took the Journey to Oneness class, and that's just one of the steps that they have. But they have many different steps, it's many different classes, and it's awesome. And they really come beside you to help you to get back to where you were when you first, married or whatever.
So, you guys, we just wanted to come by and just encourage you that when you see things like this that pop up, and it pops up often, that instead of celebrating the sin, the revelation or the revealing of someone's sin, that you pray for them, and that you pray that God will bring people into their lives that will show them a better way, that he will reveal himself to that person, and that they will then know that they are loved and know that they can work through that sexual sin through Christ. Right. And to have a support system, because none of us want to have, we all sin and fall short of the glory of God. Some of us, are way more high profile than others, so it gets on the news, it gets media attention. But how many of us in our little old lives, in our little old neighborhoods, in our little old marriages that have sinned, that have had affairs, that have been caught, being with other people, prostituting or whatever, and it's not in the media, but you're still dealing with it. You're still in this marriage, you're still in this life, and you have to deal with it. And it makes such a difference when you have people who are not judging you, but are supporting you and praying for you and wanting you to have a better life and being free. And that's what Jesus does. That's what the Word does. That's what being a part of a family, a church family, and being a part of small groups and being a part of a friendship that allows you to be accountable, is that it helps you to create boundaries so that you can live a better life. One of the things that LJ said earlier is that people who do these things don't really want to do them. They just, especially when you're addicted to that, it's just you are addicted to it. You have to have it. And it's not that you really want to have that life, but that's all you know, that's all you can think about. So I just offer this, that those of you that know the words of prayer, to pray for Mr. Kraft.
Right.
Pray for the women who are in these, who are being trafficked. Pray for them.
Definitely pray for them. Yeah, as we were researching this article, they were saying that these women, they weren't even allowed to leave this massage parlor without someone with them. They weren't allowed to leave. They were actually living in this place, and they weren't allowed to leave this facility without somebody with them. So it's a very good possibility these women have been forced into this position to, you know, make money for these people selling their bodies to people, you know. So we got to pray for this situation, because it's getting bad, and people are just getting, women and men are getting taken to be forced into doing something that they had no thoughts of even doing.
Right.
You know, and so we got to pray, because one thing we know is that prayer works. You know, prayer has worked for us many, many times in our marriage and in our lives. And we've seen prayer work in other people's lives. And prayer can work in this very situation right here. But we got to start doing more and more of it. And we truly, sometimes we don't do enough. But we need, the Bible tells us to pray without ceasing.
So you guys, that's basically what we want to come and talk to you about. We still have a few minutes. If anybody has anything to say. Yes, Pastor Razor said, if you see something, say something. If you see something that's not right, you know, call it in. We need as many eyes out there as possible that are looking out for our women. And I say women because that's majority of the people that are trafficked. We have 3 daughters, and you know, that's a reality for us. You know, I think about my youngest, and she has 2 kids. She lives on her own, and I kind of worry about sometimes whether or not she's going to, you know, whether or not she's safe. You know, and I'm always like, make sure you look at your surroundings, make sure you know what's going on, be alert. You know, all of my girls, I tell them that, be alert, because it's so real. People are just out there snatching women and girls and putting them into this underworld of just pure bondage.
Right.
And so, yeah, we need prayer. We need people to speak up, say something if you see something, and don't turn a blind eye. Don't turn a blind eye.
That's right. Thanks, Jason. Continue to pray for us, please.
Yeah. So you guys, we just want to say thank you so much again for joining us. Go ahead.
We are going to be sharing some great news here in the future. We here at Marriage Matters, we're starting some new things. We're getting some new content together. We've actually, we've got a team now. So we got people that are going to help us create this content and get this stuff out there. They're going to be on the team. You'll start seeing their faces. They may do some of the lives. We got a lot of things coming up, and I'm not going to share it all right now. But here in the future, I think the first Monday in April, The first Monday in April will be
the
second Monday in April.
No, April 2nd, I think is
whatever that first Monday is.
Yeah,
we're going to be introducing this team to you guys via Facebook Live. And like I said, we got a lot of things coming out. We ask that you guys continue to pray for us.
I wanted to tell you though, you guys, if you know Shalonda Tilford, she is the founder of Faith Moves First. She's going to be our guest host on that Monday, the first Monday of April. She's going to be our guest host, and she's going to be interviewing our team. So make sure that you put that on your calendars. First Monday in April, we are going to be revealing our team and sharing with you guys some of the things that we're going to be doing that's going to be upcoming. I'm excited.
Yeah, please come out and support that. And like I said, meet the new team members.
Yeah. So, okay, guys, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. If you had any comments, we'll have to go back and look at those and comment later on. But we just want to remind you,
be the one who loves the most in your marriage.
I was going to say don't be afraid because that's part of it.
Okay. Don't be afraid to be the one who loves the most in your marriage.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to get it together as soon as it's going to roll off. But that's probably going to be all the edited stuff that we do later on. Y'all going to see. It's going to be great. I'm excited. And we want you guys to be there with us. So God bless you. Pray, pray, pray. Watch, watch, watch. And
very much. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.